So let's do this one here.
Okay.
All right. Good afternoon. How are y'all doing? I hope that everybody has had a fantastic Saturday. Go ahead, bud. We're starting a little early today, but that's okay. We have got a good topic to cover today. So, hey, Skylar, how are you? Hey, Logan. Y'all bear with me for just a minute. Logan. Hey, Munchkin. Come here. Hey, do me a favor. Turn off this monitor receiver for me, would you please? Just hold down the power button. Okay, so let's see. Tell you added, but they're not watching anymore. Oh, hey, Logan, come here. Close the door, would you please?
Oops. Sorry.
All right, so I hope that everybody has had a great Saturday. Sorry about the interruption, bit of a rough start, but that's okay. We've got a great topic today, and one that I actually want to go over. But first, if you haven't been here before, these sessions are a chance for you guys to ask me questions so that I get to know you, you get to know me. They also are an opportunity for me to talk about what I do, as well as cover topics. Hey, Kevin, 987-654, how are you doing? Welcome to this week's Let's Chat. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Steve McMillan, and what I do is I talk to people all over the world, mainly through these sessions right here, about different ways that health and wellness can affect our lives, not just in weight management, but in different aspects that you guys want to cover. And last week, I had a question presented asking if there was a link between autoimmune issues or autoimmune diseases, however you'd like to phrase it, and vaccines, if one had anything to do with the other. And my research actually came back with something fairly interesting. I'm going to give people a chance to chime in. I'm really hoping that the person that asked this question comes on live today, and we'll go ahead and get that answered. I also, of course, today, unlike most days, I've got a notepad with me, so you guys ask me questions. If it's something that I need to let you guys know or something that you would like me to research in the future, I'll write it all down right here, okay? So let me just check live here. No comments there. We've already been going for 3 minutes. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it is pouring rain here, and I'm loving it. I come from a place where they didn't get a whole lot of rain, so right now I'm soaking all of it up and loving every minute of it. So let's go ahead and cover this week's Let's Chat. First, I want to let you guys know that everything I found always can do with more studying, more research. Okay, this is stuff that I found online. Definitely any of it. Hey, how are you? Welcome to this week's Let's Chat. Where are you from? I'm getting people all over the world. I definitely love getting to know new people. So the question last week was raised: is there a link between vaccines and autoimmune diseases? And from what I found, there actually is a small percentage of people around the world that once they got a vaccine, oh, you're in San Antonio. I love it. You're only a few hours away from me. I'm actually in Huntsville. I love it over there. It is such a pretty drive over there. I'm actually from, my family and I just moved from Andrews, Texas, which is 100 miles south of Lubbock, if you know where Lubbock is. And the fastest route between Katy and Andrews was I-10. So we went through San Antonio, and I absolutely loved it. A little bit confusing trying to stay on I-10, but definitely a fun drive. Anyway, so I found out that, okay, so this result, you're quite welcome. This result to all this research showed amongst the people around the world. So people around the world included in this study showed that only 5% of everybody actually developed some sort of autoimmune issue as a result of a vaccine. Having said that, I'm not telling you don't go get a vaccine. Okay, they're important. Up until recently, you know, hey Billy, how are you? Welcome to this week's Let's Chat. Where are you from? Any cats? Nope, no cats. So I'm not telling you don't go get a vaccine. Yes. Answer that one, yes. I'm not telling you don't go get a vaccine, because they can and ultimately save your life. But what I'm telling you is that there is a small chance that you could develop medium. Billy, he's about 100 pounds, a border collie mix. And coincidentally enough, his name is Mac. That was the name he had when we adopted him. So, and he doesn't do well with people he doesn't know, specifically men. We think that the people that had him before us, one of them was a male owner that abused him. So he doesn't do well with men. And then forget about wearing a hat in my house. That won't fly. So if you have an issue with not wearing a hat, you better get over it when you come to my house. But so I found this to be very interesting, because the article that I read that seemed to pop up as a huge majority of this result of everything that I found actually listed what autoimmune issues were a result of specific vaccines that actually shouldn't have one thing to do or with another. So let me see if I can find that result again. I got so much out of this report. Yeah, here we go. Vaccination and autoimmune diseases as prevention. Okay, come on. Okay, so based off the chart that this article posts, it says that autoimmune disease, the first one right off the bat is systemic lupus something. I don't know. I can't pronounce it. But the type of vaccine they got that's caused this particular autoimmune issue was the HBV, the tetanus, and the anthrax vaccine. Like I said, out of all of these, only 5% of people around the world actually got this. So that doesn't mean that you can't go get a vaccine. I'm just saying, be careful. Make sure that you're going to a doctor. Make sure that, you know, it is something that you can actually kind of trust that everything is going to be okay. Now, having said that, an autoimmune issue, for those of you that don't know, is an attack of your immune system on your own body. Okay, so there are ways. Essentially, it's like Tweety Bird 03, welcome. Welcome to this week's Let's Chat. Where are you from? Always curious to know about where people are coming from. Hey, Toby, Octavio, how are you, bud? It's been a long time. How are things in West Texas? I heard you guys got some rain the other day. So anyway, it is, in my opinion, okay, and this is strictly theory, okay, it is possible to tell your body, RKO919, welcome. Where are you from? It is possible to essentially reprogram your body so that your immune system starts fighting for you instead of against you. Oh, Michigan, what's the weather? What's the weather like up there right now? My favorite spot is actually Lake Michigan. I love it up there. I keep telling my wife I'm originally from Illinois. Not bad, sunny, but not too hot. Hey, Steve. Or sorry. Hey, Duty Bird. How are you? I'm originally from Illinois, and the part of Illinois that I'm on actually was lined up with Lake Michigan, and so I absolutely loved it up there because it was so green, it was so cool. Out of curiosity, what's your temperature up there right now? You said not too bad, not too hot. What exactly is the temp? Tweety Bird, have you had a good week? Thanks for joining us again this week. I was hoping you were one of the people that would join on. So definitely go get your vaccinations, okay? Me personally, I don't trust the flu vaccine. Every doctor I've talked to said that the flu vaccine will help, but only for a specific strand of the flu. So just because you got that vaccine doesn't mean you're protected against any and all types of the strand of flu. So me personally, I just don't get them. I'd rather build my immune system up during the course of the year and fight my way through flu season, because more often than not, I actually don't get anything. That is the power of what I take and what I use. Because I would rather trust on my own immune system to fight things than run the risk of getting the flu from a vaccine that I just got. So RK, what's the weather like up, or what's the temp up there? I'm curious now. I always told my wife that if ever we had enough money to do it, we were going to buy a house in Chicago that bordered Lake Michigan because I love it up there so much. And then she asked me, well, what are we going to do during the winter? And I tell her we're going to rent it out to somebody that couldn't get away. Not exactly sure, mid 60s. Hey, you want to switch? It's like 92 here. Savage Mike, welcome. Where are you from, Savage Mike? Always love seeing new people and meeting new people. So here's what you can do. Things like HBV, your MMR, which is measles, mumps, and I forget what R stands for. Alabama. Sorry, I was thinking of a Trace Atkins song just then when I read where you were from. What's it like in Alabama right now? So, things like your measles and your mumps, go get a vaccine, okay? 5% is not enough of a result for autoimmune issues that should scare you away from going to get those vaccines in the first place, okay? So my advice to you, form your own opinion, okay? Do your research, do your homework, okay? Like I said, I don't particularly care for vaccines. Having said that, I've had to get, in the US at least, you're required to get your tetanus shot during your baby's first year, I think, if you're not current on it. And it just so happened to work out that last year, when my son Ryan was born, I had to get a tetanus shot. And I was very thankful that we did, because I wound up cutting my arm open on a rusted saw blade. So, it's things like that. If you want to take the precaution, okay? But me personally, I choose to build up my immune system in the first place. And if you want to know how to do that, please send me a message. We will have a one-on-one, and you and I will go through a presentation that I have access to that shows you different ways to build up your immune system. Not sure if anybody's still on or not. So anyway, I loved that question because it gave me an opportunity to do research and find out for sure if there was any link between it. there are ways, in my opinion, and I do have a theory around this, to reverse autoimmune issues, including ones such as like MS or um, what's another big one out there? Another big autoimmune issue. Um, and here's why I think we can reverse stuff like that. Fibromyalgia, that's another one. My father and I years ago did research. We did a study on different products that we take that their particular purpose was all well and good, but we were wondering if you could combine them to cause a completely different situation. Well, come to find out, in all of our theories doing this program, it was discovered that we could potentially reverse things like MS. What we don't know, the reason this is still theory, is because we don't have anybody that is willing to try it yet and see what it could do. However, using some of the same products of the stuff from the company that I use, which is Shackley, wrong side, which is Shackley, we actually started to show signs of reversing things like Asperger's, which is a form of autism. So there is always hope if you're willing to do the homework. So I loved having that question. So now I want a new one. I took the week, did my research on this one, and now I need a new topic. Okay? Anything that you guys pick, I want to know if is there anything in particular that you would like to talk about that you would like me to do the research on so that we can cover it during our Let's Chats every week. Okay. Let me flip over here to YouTube. Good. Not missing any comments there. Let me flip over to Zoom. Nothing there. By the way, guys, for all of you that are watching, these Let's Chat sessions are being recorded. So I can share them with you or whoever you would like moving forward. And yes, like always, I have a tea. This week, however, is not an energy tea. It is just a regular sweet tea from a place called Cane's. So if you're watching on Periscope or Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, whatever it may be, please send me in your questions. My email address is steve@stevemcmillan.org. You can also visit my website at McMillan Wellness. That's McMillan, McMillanwellness.com. Kaglaroo, welcome. Where are you from? Oh, wait, are you from? No, I'm not gonna assume. Where are you from? I always love meeting new people. Have we really been on for 18 minutes? I guess so. So that was a great topic, and I loved researching it. I didn't know. I mean, I suspected that there was a link between vaccines and autoimmune issues, but I wasn't 100% sure until I did my research on this, and it led to some very interesting things. Another one, for instance, let me pull back up this table. Rheumatoid arthritis, okay, which they label as an autoimmune disease, but I'm not so sure I agree with that one yet. But the type of vaccine that was given was HBV, tetanus, typhoid, or parathyroid, or MMR. So when you think about these things, it baffles me that we put so much trust into vaccines and what people give us that we're willing to risk side effects such as this. It's why me and my family, we build up our immune system so that we don't have to worry about this stuff as much. Now, my wife, she's not as trusting yet in a nutritionalist way of life because she grew up like everybody else, believing that whatever you get from the doctor could ultimately be, how could it be bad for you, right? Except now that we've been married for 10 years, she is starting to understand that, hey, wait a minute, there might be another route other than just going to the doctor all the time. doctors believe, and don't get me wrong, doctors are great. I'm glad that they're out there. I'm glad that they spend so much time in school to learn, but their title still says they're practicing. Okay? If you want to be truly good at something, you always practice. You don't ever stop. Okay? But doctors practice diagnostic medicine, which is good. Okay? Like I said, there's nothing wrong with being a doctor. Okay? But they choose to look at the symptoms and try to fix the core problem instead of preventative medicine, which takes on the theory that why get sick in the first place? Okay, why not build up your system so that you don't have to worry about it at all? Okay, my father, in fact, on Tuesday had test results done. He had blood work done that, barring any complications on Tuesday, we're going to hear from the doctors that my dad is officially cured of leukemia because the medicine he was taking, the doctors told him that it's not doing anything. It's not hurting him, but it's not helping him either. His body is actually starting to rebuild itself. So with any luck, my father is officially cured of leukemia. And that is in part because of what he took with Shackley. Okay, now, first and foremost, Shackley is not a cure. Okay, I will never claim that it's a cure. I will never claim or never tell you that you shouldn't go see a doctor. Okay, what I am telling you is that Shackley can help, and it all starts with your core nutrition. Okay, if the core nutrition that you've got in your system right now isn't 100%, how can you ever expect for your body to fight off certain things that it's supposed to be able to fight off? Okay, take for instance our product that we have called Liver Detox. Liver Detox does just that. It's called Liver DTX, and it helps your body process all the crap that your liver has to deal with on a day-to-day basis. That especially holds true when you throw in things like chemo and radiation. It can wreak havoc on your system. Shackley is here to help. Where it comes to autoimmune issues, I truly think that if somebody were to take the time to follow the plan that me and my father came up with and see it through to the end, that you could potentially reverse autoimmune issues. So, hey, Moto65, welcome. How you doing? Where are you from? I love getting to meet new people. So this week's Let's Chat, I absolutely loved it. And as we come down to the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes, no, longer than that, because we're supposed to go to 4:30. So we got 10 minutes still. I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what things are potentially bothering you. Okay, so we can cover just about any topic you would want. I ask that you do please keep it clean, because for all I know, the one person watching is my son, who you saw earlier, that said hi to everybody. So, Skylar, Octavio, are you guys still there? Maybe not. So that was a great question. I thank the person that asked it, because it gave me an opportunity to look at things a little differently and figure out if everything I've been watching to this point was in fact true. So go ahead and send me questions you like, things you want to cover. I'll be happy to cover just about anything you guys request. I love hearing from everybody. This has been so much fun. We're going to hopefully start doing regular presentations on things like things your doctor wasn't taught about nutrition, what you can do to improve your immune system, stuff like that. I'm going to start posting those events on my calendar. So you guys definitely check that out. Again, my site is mcmillanwellness.com. And yeah, I mean, we're going to cover topics such as those and a whole lot more. For instance, here, let me tell you. One of the ones that I'm hoping we're going to start soon it's going to be a one night, one-time presentation, unless you guys need somebody else to hear it more. Let's see. Oh, here we go. A great webinar. It's Wednesday, September 26th, which, if I'm not mistaken, is this coming Wednesday? Yeah, called Depression and Anxiety. Okay. You guys, if you guys would like to join that, please let me know. I'll post the link where you can go to register completely free. Okay. We're going to post that on my calendar on our events page on mcmillanwellness.com. You guys register for that. It's going to be Wednesday, September 26th at 8:30 p.m. But that is also Eastern time. So if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be 7:30 our time. World Time Buddy. Oh, I'm at World Time Buddy. Come on. Okay, so. Hey, welcome back this week. How are you? Let's do Central Standard Time. And let's do Eastern. If you say so. Eastern Time. Okay, so 7:30 p.m. No, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time is 7:30 Central Time. So I hope that you guys can join us for that. This is going to be a fabulous presentation, okay? We're going to cover things like depression and anxiety diagnosis, clinical nutritional findings. We're going to cover new research on the microbiome, making a healthy gut-brain connection, and much more. So I hope you guys can join us for that. I will post the link. As soon as we're done here, I will post it on my page, mcmillanwellness.com. Go under events, and you'll see it on there. It is this Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Central Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern Time, okay? I really hope you guys can make it. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this. We're also going to do another one. Let's see. Marion1234, welcome. Where are you from? Let me see. What else? File cavity. Okay, so we're going to do one soon, I hope. 6 ways to cleanse your body without feeling hungry, okay? So I will post a link for that one. We're going to have that. Russian food. So be on the lookout for that. We'll do that one night. And then if there's something specific that y'all would like to talk about where health and wellness are concerned, and not even necessarily just weight management, I'm talking just about every aspect of your day-to-day life that you would like to improve, please contact me, reach out to me. I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Snapchat. Essentially all the big ones. Reach out to me. Marvolo, welcome. Where are you from? So we're going to be doing that presentation hopefully this week. We've got the depression and anxiety. Turkey. I actually spoke to somebody from Turkey last week, I believe. So we've got these presentations coming up this week. I'm very excited about them. I hope you guys can join. Check it out, okay? Let's see. We got 3 minutes left. Marvolo, is there anything in particular that you would like to ask me about? These Let's Chats, if you've never been here before, are a chance for you to ask questions, to get to know me and me to get to know you. But what I do, my passion, is coaching people on living younger, longer, and healthier lives through general nutrition. Not necessarily weight management, although we can cover that too, but everything from mental decline to stress relief to just getting in your basic nutrients in the course of a day. That is what these chats are about, along with any topic that you guys would like to talk about. That is what these Let's Chats are for. So in our last 3 minutes for this week, do you guys have any questions for me? Is there anything in particular you'd like to know about? I open the floor up to you guys now that we have covered our topic for the week and want to hear from you. I'll give you guys just a minute to answer. Check all my boards here. We go live once a week on 5 different platforms at one time. So you guys bear with me as I check through all of them and make sure I'm just not missing anybody's questions, because I do want to try to answer everybody's questions every week as we get a chance. Let's see. We'll schedule that one as soon as we're done. I'll put up the link for Wednesday's presentation. Hey, welcome. How are you? Where are you from? I love meeting new people. Sam Michael 1. Where are you from, Sam Michael? Like I said, I love knowing where my presentations hit every week. Last week, it was crazy. I was in Scotland, Ireland, Kazakhstan, Russia. I was in a couple different places, and I think I had one from Texas. So where are you from? Oh, you're not there anymore. Hey, welcome. First day on Periscope. How you doing? Where are you from? I love getting to meet new people. Hi to you. I'm not going to say your screen name because I know I will get it wrong and I don't want to offend anybody. So where are you from? And do you feel about the Russians in America and in general the Russian people? Well, that's a good question. Every Russian I've ever met has been very kind and very welcoming. So I have a very good impression of people from Russia. As far as Americans in Russia, I guess it depends on what we're doing there in the first place. Me personally, I think we should be striving to find common ground amongst everybody to achieve something greater than what our own agendas are. But that's my opinion. So great question. Like I said, actually, I've got a good story for you. I once met somebody that was from Russia, very deep Russian accent too. But he asked me if I drank. Now at the time, I think I was 18. So by the United States standards, legally, I wasn't allowed to drink. But I had told him, I said, I don't drink really. I've never had anything. The last time I had tried something, it was disgusting, and I never looked back at it. And in his very deep Russian voice, he tells me, you know, make it in Russia. And it was funny. It made me laugh. We had a great time. Everybody I've ever met from Russia was so very nice. So personally, I love meeting new people and learning about new cultures. So great question. Folks, that is it for this week. It has been 30 minutes, 33 in fact. Did I get a message? No, I didn't. Okay. So thank you for joining us this week on Let's Chat. Send me messages. Let me know what topics you guys would like to cover. I hope you'll join me on Wednesday. I'll post those links here in just a few minutes. You guys have a terrific rest of your weekend. We'll talk to y'all later. Y'all take care.